final segment, creative segment, because we love being creative. You know, artsy. It's. Do you have a name for this or no?
I think it's he has to go, blood.
So it's players that should leave clubs in January. Yeah.
Yeah, January or summer.
January, summer. So the way I took this into consideration personally is, I think there's a couple ways of looking at it. Right. There's a move that is ideal for the. Like, when I mean home club, I mean the club that their player is currently at, and then the new club, okay? I think there's ideal situations where the move is good for the home club and the player, or the move is good for the home club and not the player. So, for me, like, I guess my best choose for this one is... The way I kind of narrowed it down to what my best transfers would be is beneficial for both club and player, if that makes sense.
Yeah, me too.
And I think the best is when it's beneficial for all three.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So that's how I would rank this personally. So how many would you say you have?
I have 5.
5? Okay.
You can get more than 5.
I wrote down a bunch, but we can talk about it. So you go first to what you think is like a really good one.
Okay, this one...
I bet we'll have some similar ones.
I don't know how you're going to feel about this one. Do you have the destination you want them to go to as well?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah. I think the destination is important.
Yeah. Mine is Luka Modric to Spurs. Back home. I have some reasoning. Madrid need a little bit of money. They want to get Mbappe. They want to be fighting for Haaland. Obviously, he's not going to be worth a whole lot of a transfer fee, but then he'll be a big relief on the wage bill. I mean, keep in mind, Barcelona's the biggest cover story of being bankrupt, but Madrid ain't doing too well either, right? They need some relief. Big thing is Spurs. Spurs need leadership. They have no type of leadership, especially after Vertonghen and Alvarez left. They have no one whipping them into shape. Conte is just kind of looking at them like, who are you guys? Like, what am I dealing with? He even pretty much said that.
He said it's bad.
He's like, the situation is not the best. But I just think I think Madrid's been kind of riding that midfield for a while, and obviously it's not doing bad. You know, they're gonna probably win the La Liga, but I think they need to make room for the younger players to finally break through. And I think Modric is obviously he's world class.
They have a backup for him. I mean, you've got players like Camavinga and Valverde riding the bench, so
you need them to finally have their chance to break through.
I like the transfer, but I don't think it will happen at all.
Correct. And I don't think he's leaving.
I think he's
going to retire.
I think that's not possible. I just don't. Here, I have a couple of reasons. Modric does not want to go back to Spurs.
Probably not.
If you're in Madrid right now, you want to go to Spurs? Come on, no. Unless it's your boyhood club.
It will be sentimental. That's the only thing.
Unless it's your boyhood club, you're not going back. Okay. Second thing, I don't think Conte would want him. Because keep in mind, the way we know Conte as a manager, he likes to bring in his players. Like who he wants, who he likes, who he knows. So I don't think Modric would fall into that category, especially since he's older. So that's my reason.
Yeah.
So should I go on to my first one?
I think you're good. Yeah.
All right. He has to go, blood. Abamahu, Abamagan.
Yeah, okay.
Listen.
Abamagan.
4 goals this season. That final minute when he came on against Everton and slashed that ball when he's open for a shot. Look, horrible finish. At least put it on target, get us a corner. Captain, look, it's over. I'm not disrespecting him. I love Aubameyang. He gave me so many good memories. I respect him as a player. He did so well for the club. He won that FA Cup trophy for us through such a bad time. But I think it's time to part ways. I think it's over. I think it needs to happen for the club of Arsenal, and I think it needs to also happen for his career personally. I don't see him regaining any form back at Arsenal. Sorry. I think he may be too old. I'm not sure if that's the reason. I don't know if it's a form issue. I don't know what it is, but it's not working. It's not going to work. Okay? Yeah. I have him going to Marseille.
Interesting.
So the reason I chose Marseille, yes, Marseille, I believe they're in the top 3 currently in Ligue 1. He played in Ligue 1 for Saint Etienne, but they're doing very poorly right now. I would see him going back to Saint Etienne just because he played there, but the reason I see him going back to Marseille, okay, he's towards the end of his career. Marseille is the biggest / second biggest club in France.
Yeah, they're third.
With PSG and Marseille are the biggest clubs in France.
Mm-hmm.
Marseille, it's widely renowned that it is the best location to play football in France. It is beautiful there. It is warm. Alba's towards the end of his career. Get a big contract move. Be a star there. Play Europe next year.
Yeah.
You play with the likes of Dimitri Payet. They're rebuilding right now. You've got old Arsenal players there like Guendouzi, who's transferring for sure. Saliba's on loan currently right there, but he's, I pray, coming back next season. I think it would be a great move for him personally. This January, like I said, think about it. He's 34. Is he 34? Yeah, he's 32, 34. I think he's 32.
32.
Yeah. Look, it's warm. Get a 2-year contract. Play in the nice Marseille weather. The fans, yes, you may argue, they have Milik up at top. Look, the fans are already battering him. He is probably the most injury prone player I know.
Poor Milik, man.
And I think it's just a nice move for them to have.
Yeah.
I think him and Dimitri Payet would do well.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think he needs a move. I think he needs breath of fresh air. I think he likes being the star. He's kind of like Sterling in that aspect. When he's not the star, he just, something's in his head. Like, he just kind of is off his game. I think so going to a place like Marseille, he can be like, when I picture Aubameyang, I just picture him going like this. Like, just like, I need like hearing the fans,
the
like chanting his name. Yeah, exactly. Like, he just needs to be,
because I look at it
scoring
like
the goals.
Where else could he go? He's not going to go anywhere else in the Prem.
No.
Is he going to go to the German league?
No.
He's not going to go back to Dortmund.
Born in France, he's going to either stay at Arsenal.
La Liga's not going to take him. No. Only other place I could see is maybe AC Milan. AC Milan could be a shout.
They have a lot of forwards.
I know.
They have a lot of forwards.
That's why I didn't think AC Milan was the correct choice there.
Maybe
he played for AC Milan.
League, PSV or something.
I don't think. That's young players.
Exactly.
So I don't see that.
I like that. That's a good shout. I love that.
You like that one? Mm-hmm. I really hope it happens. We need a striker now. Who
do you think they're gonna bring in? Who would you like to see them bring in? Like, who would you be excited for?
Okay, Vlahovic is not happening. I want Alexander Isak. That's my dream. I would love Isak. I think he's an amazing player, super skillful. I think he'd do so well.
I think that's actually good for him. I think it's kind of like a Dortmund-esque. Like, it's kind of like a stepping stone. Like, that's probably not his final destination.
What, Arsenal?
Yeah. But here's the thing. He comes in for a few years, puts in numbers, maybe wins you a trophy or something.
That's what exactly.
And then moves to something bigger.
I think
becomes world class.
I think he would be an amazing. That'd be cool. I don't know if we can get him though. I hope in the summer we can clutch that up. All right, who's your next one?
Another very much he has to go, blood. Timo Werner is out. Get him out the door.
To where?
Get him out the door. My what I would think would be really cool to see, Bayern. I think he would go to Bayern. He's going to be Leva's successor, and he's going to tear up the Bundesliga again, just like he did with Leipzig.
You know what?
Who is Bayern's backup striker right now? Choupo-Moting. Like, are you serious? Leva's been very lucky. He does not get very injured very often, which is good. Yeah, right, exactly. He's going to get an ACL injury tomorrow. Now that I said that.
Stop. Knock the wood.
But I'm just saying, like, he's pretty much plays every game if they're not playing like a bottom feeder.
I like that move.
I think it would be good because he is a Bundesliga merchant. He's not Prem material. I don't know what's happening in his head. I don't know why he can't put a goal in the net. But he was class at Leipzig.
He needs to leave Chelsea now.
He needs to get out.
He needs to leave tomorrow.
It was a good experiment. Great. Okay, it's time to go. It didn't work.
What if he goes to Bayern in the winter? or the summer.
There's no way winter, summer.
For cheap. Chelsea let him go for
Right,
cheaper.
exactly.
They have to. He learns under Leva.
That's what I'm saying.
He learns for a year or two. He's basically his sub.
Right. Exactly.
And he comes in, and if he can't do the work, Bayern took a risk. It didn't work. Here's my thing. I think Bayern are going to try and hold out for Haaland.
No chance they're getting Haaland.
I think
Zero
they might.
chance.
I don't. But here's what I'm saying. I think they're going to try and hold out for him, but they won't get him. And maybe they just get Timo Werner as a backup. But I don't know if Bayern will do it because of what they've seen at Chelsea, if you know what I mean.
But they've seen him at Leipzig. He's tore them off.
That's true. That's true.
I think they would.
I like that move. I think they would be
open to it.
I really like that move. My next one. I just did speak about him, Vlahovic.
Mm-hmm.
Vlahovic to Juve. I've seen rumors lately. There's a lot of people in.
Sadly, I think it's gonna happen.
I think it's gonna happen. Look, you have to look at from the point of view of the player. Yes, like there's different leagues. There is a genuine change in play style and stuff like that, and sometimes it doesn't work. Timo Werner, prime example. As a player, when you move, you always take that risk with your career. You do. It's not a safe thing to do, but moving up in the league and moving to like a team like Juve, biggest team in Italy by far.
Juve needs a breath of fresh air again. They just need something to rejuvenate.
Juve are starting Morata, and right now they're 5th, 11 points off top. And last time I remember, that's not acceptable for Juve. Look, I think it'd be perfect. They don't have a striker. They're playing Morata, like I said. They don't have Ronaldo no more. Give Vlahovic in the winter. I heard it's very difficult. Maybe it's in the summer. I think if they get him in this winter, they can secure Champions League football. And he'd be a big Morata bench right away. Get him in there. Serie A, he's scoring with the supply that Juve would provide for him. I think he would do amazing. I think it's like a match made in heaven. He doesn't move leagues, doesn't take that risk, stays comfortable. He's scoring in Serie A for Fiorentina. He just moves into a Juve team with better players around him and keeps scoring his goals. I think it's a perfect move for, Fiorentina cash in, Juve move up in the table. It's like a win-win for everybody. Win for player, win for everybody. I think if they can get him in the winter, it would be perfect.
Here's what I think about Juventus. I think Ronaldo was a bandage over their wound of just who knows what's going on there. Like, 4 coaches in 4 years, I think?
Yeah. But
like that's got to be something.
They don't have bad players.
Yeah, they have quality players, but I don't know what's going on. Like maybe it's egos, maybe it's no defined system. Like if I were to ask you, how does UA play? What do you say?
Italy. That's what I have to say. Italia.
Like
it's very
Chiellini's gone soon. Bonucci's gone.
Delict back up.
Yeah, they got Delict. They got.
So weird. Like Delict went to Juve. Like. I'm just kind of weirded out. Like he could have gone so many better places. I feel like.
I don't know.
Like he could have gone Bayern.
I can see him at.
Could you imagine if Delict went Bayern? Oh my, Bayern with Delict and Upamecano. Oh my, give him the Champions League for the next 3 years.
If Upa doesn't make his mistakes, but anyways, that's the point. I think Ronaldo was a bandage. I think they're very much exposed right now. Which they're supposed to be 13 in a row of Serie A's. What are they doing now? Like they can't compete. They cannot compete with Napoli, and
that's what I mean, though. But like, I feel like Vlahovic would turn things around.
That's what I think. I agree. I like that.
Dybala's coming back into form. He started to score again. I think like 3, maybe 2 goals, 3 goals in the past couple of weeks. Past a couple of games. Dybala, Chiesa, outstanding player. I don't see him going anywhere. There's rumors. Oh, Chelsea. He's Italian, dude. He's not leaving Juve. Chiesa. Vlahovic, who plays left wing for them? I'm forgetting.
I guess Kulusevski maybe, or is he on the right?
Kulusevski plays right too.
I don't know.
I'm like forgetting completely.
I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you either. Quadrado, overlapping Chiesa. Like it's a decent team, midfield wise too. Not horrible.
They have decent. Yeah.
McKennie plays there.
Kenny, they got. Rabiot's bang average.
Rabiot. I mean, there's some room for improvement. Listen,
I can see Zaniolo also going to Juventus soon, which is kind of sad because he just kind of gobble up the talent.
you get a Pogba to come back
Oh.
with Vlahovic.
If they can get Vlahovic and Pogba, that will be substantial. That would be
Decent team.
substantial.
Decent
And, I mean,
team. All right.
They still have Artur.
What's your next one?
Bentancur. Okay, anyways. My next one. Well, I kind of have two. Two of these are similar, but they're not obviously not at all related. They're just similar moves. I have Dennis Zakaria going to PSG. PSG is in dire need of someone who can just play in the midfield and not be 45 years old. Like just a guy gay. Or Danilo Pereira. They needed him desperately. He needs a move to step up in his career. He's at Gladbach. He's doing okay, but he just needs a bigger team. He's bigger than Gladbach. He's a young guy.
You think he can step it up?
Oh, yeah. I think he's better than Gay and Pereira.
So you think he's just going to sit in that pocket while Wijnaldum and Verratti do the work?
He just sits there. He crunches people to the ground when they come through. I think he's not amazing with the passing and the shooting, but I don't think you need that in Liga, and especially when you have those three up top. That's not your job. You have Wijnaldum, you have Verratti who are making the passes, who are doing most of the running, and obviously he can pick up some slack too, which I think is where you get him.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be too expensive.
I like that move. My only thing with it, my only issue with it is they have two DMs already.
They would have to get rid of them.
They have to offload, and
exactly.
what would they do? Where would they offload? To some
Pereira
random
would just
small
go to
club.
some Portuguese club.
Some Portuguese.
Pereira's, yeah. Gay, who cares? He can go to.
He can be the backup.
Sure. Yeah, right.
I mean,
but,
I like that move. I think PSG need to figure something out.
People are saying Declan Rice will go to. No.
That's not happening.
No, he's gonna stay at West Ham. He's gonna stay in the Prem. He's English.
He's gonna go to Chelsea. Watch.
I hate that so much.
I think he will. Okay.
I hate that. Anyways, yeah, I think they just need him. He needs to step up. That's just the first thing that came up to my head.
Next topic. This is gonna be combined. It's more about the club than the players.
Okay.
I think you know what's coming.
I don't.
Newcastle.
Oh.
Newcastle need to figure it out, right about now, if they want to be in the
to stay in the Prem.
To stay in the Prem. Rumor has it.
Shut up.
Rumor has it. Oh, my voice crack. That 2 center backs and 1 mid is what they're bringing in, and they desperately need those 2 center backs because their defense. They do not need forwards.
A striker.
Callum Wilson.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Callum Wilson has 6 goals in the Prem.
Yeah, he's all right.
I do not think. I
forgot about him.
So the reason
I was thinking of Joel
when I was looking at possible players, Newcastle, you have to take the manager now up into consideration. But Wilson, he'll get you goals. I think he's a good finisher. He's a good striker in the Prem. St. Max, very good. And then they got backups like Almiron. I don't think it's a bad cam.
They got Fraser.
Fraser, let's leave the attacking half alone.
Sure.
I think it's fine. Get a nice midfielder, and two center backs are mandatory. So based off of that, this has been a big one, but I don't see it happening necessarily. It's just a small shout. Lingard to Newcastle. I don't see it happening. I see him going to West Ham, actually.
I hope he goes back.
I see him going back to West Ham in the winter or back on loan, or he's either going to go in the summer on a transfer. So that's one of my moves. I think he definitely is going to go. As for these Newcastle center backs, I could easily see them nabbing one of them from Villa. And here, I'm talking about Mings.
I don't think they're good.
I'm talking about Mings and Konsa.
I think they're going to go bigger than that. They have the budget.
I think... Okay.
Why would you go... They're basically the same quality as what they have.
No,
a
Mings
little
and
bit better.
Konsa's better.
Better. By how much?
English, I think they would get on with how...
You know what I think they should go for? Nathan Ake.
Ake? Yeah. No, I don't think they should go for Ake.
Why?
Because I don't think Ake is that good.
He was great at Bournemouth.
He was good at...
He's not built for City.
He also is... He played for Eddie Howe. Maybe.
That's what I'm saying. He's not built for City.
Okay. I think for me, Mings or Konsa would be great options. I think they could nab it. Here's why. The big money move, Mings and Konsa, it's going to be a payday. It's going to be a fat payday. If they trust in the process, they know the money's going to be there. They know the club's going to go up when they're there. Okay. In some direction, because the money's there to back it up. I could see one of them being tempted with the money and, end up going.
Sure.
Like you said before, the reason I looked at those two players instead of some bigger names from maybe different leagues and stuff like that is because why would, for example, I've seen like Koulibaly. That's a crazy one, right? Why would Koulibaly, who's top of Serie A or second place, fighting for the championship, want to go to a relegation side? They wouldn't. No. So that's the tricky thing about Newcastle right now. They need to find that player that's better than what they have. Yeah. And the reason I have these two options, like you said, proven in the Prem, they play their week in, week out. English, which is good for squads in general because of the rules or whatever. You need your not homegrown players, whatever. English. Yeah. English manager. I think Mings is an international player. Maybe Konsa can also go. I think Mings would be perfect for one of the center backs. Maybe they bring in Ake Mings. I think that would be strong for Newcastle. Yeah. Midfielder, I had a very difficult time with coming up for one, and honestly, I couldn't figure it out, to be honest, because I was looking in the same criteria. Maybe for me, a good option, the one I did find, Bissouma from Brighton.
Okay.
I think a midfield of Joe Willock, or / Almiron, Shelvey, Bissouma. I think that's a solid midfield that can get some work in. Once again, Bissouma playing for Brighton, solid player, was looked at Arsenal and by Liverpool. The reason I think it's solid is because same position as Mings and Konsa. Big money move for them. Proven in the league. I think that's a safe transfer for Eddie Howe. I'm very interested. What do you think about that?
When I think of midfield, I think they need creativity. Willock's okay.
Jonjo Shelvey is in there for that. Dude, Shelvey? Okay, hear me out. If you've watched him the past couple weeks, you can still see the class of his passing. And, people laugh, it's Voldemort, whatever, okay?
Oh, my days.
I think Jonjo Shelvey is not a bad player. I think he's probably their best midfielder. He's the best midfielder at the club for them.
Yeah, and it's depressing.
So you have to keep him for now.
Sure, but in 1-2 years, they got to get something creative.
Oh, 100%. So do you have any, ideas off the top of your head for any midfielder?
First thing I thought of was, creativity. I think someone I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be good for them if they can pay him. Hakim Ziyech.
Wow, that's actually a nice transfer. I like that.
I think him at Cam, he'll be the star of the show. He can do whatever he wants. He can do all his flair, Mm-hmm. He'll get some goals. He'll get some assists. Take the free kicks probably,
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of nasty.
It's a stretch.
A 4-3-3 with St. Max, Wilson, and Ziyech. That's kind of nasty.
That's ballers.
That is
absolute ballers.
That is kind of nasty. I like that. And then you line up with
you got
Willock,
Bissouma for tackles.
Willock, Bissouma, Shelvey.
Sure.
Mings, Ake, Dubravka, solid keeper.
Yeah.
And then who are their fullbacks? Whoever plays
Could
fullback.
not tell you.
I know Manquillo, but Manquillo is horrendous.
They have some shocking fullbacks, I think.
They have some shocking.
They're defensive.
Listen, they're gonna have to just wait it out till the end of the season for that. But right now it's Project Save the club.
If Ziyech doesn't have a big ego, and he's willing to go on loan to Newcastle, I think that would be a worthy
I know
experiment.
this is a small thing, but I saw a clip of him showing how he's a very humble player. It was a reporter asking him if he thinks he's the best African player because he was nominated. Yeah. Okay. And he said he couldn't even consider himself for the award. He thinks he's very grateful, but maybe it's just media games, but he seems very humble.
That's good then.
That's it.
And if he's willing to give it a try, exactly. They got the bank.
Listen, if I'm in Ziek's position,
Why not?
I'm booking that flight to Newcastle tomorrow.
I'm not playing at Chelsea right now.
Okay.
He's not getting into the club.
You're a possible star there. Get a fresh start.
That's what I'm saying. He's playing every game.
Money.
Still playing against the same team.
You're gonna have fun
Chelsea,
with,
but he's not playing for
exactly.
Chelsea.
So I think it's a great.
I think it'll be worth the experience.
Maybe a loan.
That's what I'm saying. Loan. If it works out,
Buy
try it.
away.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.